speak through me. May the tantric sex goddesses, all the sluts, speak through me. May I communicate this clearly. Ooh. This is the slut video. This is the sensual slut, the goddess, the reclamation of pleasure, of body, of voice. Sure. It's taken me some time to make this video. It's the last on my little series of short little snippets of what I'm talking about when I talk about the reclamation of the repressed archetypes of the feminine and the slut, the sensual nature of women, our pleasure, our erotic nature, is an archetype that has so much that I want to share about. I'm probably not going to get onto it all. It took me actually asking my partner to leave the building, leave the apartment, for me to feel in my center. Whew. And to speak for myself from my body and to not be pulled into an awareness of the other. Because the slut speaks for her needs. She's not afraid to ask for what she wants, even if that's space. And so, sure, my journey with the slut archetype, there's so much. I'm wearing this sexy leotard. I've got a protective belt around my womb that was hand embroidered by beautiful Ecuadorian women to protect this place of power. There has been so much abuse and misuse of the feminine, of the sexual energy of the female, of the masculine, of sex in general. And today I really want to talk about women's pleasure, women's sensual embodiment. For one cannot enjoy pleasure unless we're living in our bodies. And as a woman, in a world where our bodies have been objectified for centuries, have been sexualized, used and abused and traumatized for millennia. You know, I always say to women, you don't have to have experienced rape or abuse in this life. There are ancestral wounds that we are all carrying. There is trauma in simply being a woman, for our culture in media is constantly objectifying and putting up this image of what our bodies are for, whether it be babies or the pleasure of others or the commercialization of things. And it's a fucking shit show. And so my journey with the reclamation of the slut is one I'm still very much on. I felt nervous to speak because I feel like there's so much territory. It makes me emotional. So much uncharted territory that I still have to explore and reclaim in my own body. And so the first message for me to you is take it slow, beautiful woman. Take it slow, listen to yourself, listen to your needs. There's so many different expressions of the slut. You know, I put on my Narcisco Rodriguez, like, sexy perfume that I used to wear in London. I used to be a very extroverted slut in how I dressed, in how I got photographed as a model. It was very much, this outwardly sexy look. And honestly, it was a very disembodied experience because of what I've been through with regards to my body being abused and used. And my freeze or disembodiment, my expression of the slut of sex was from this place of needing validation, of pleasuring the other, of not knowing what my own pleasure was. And so it took a lot of time to really come back into my body, my nakedness. And still today, I have so much fucking rage because I'm being censored right now on this platform for expressing my body, for reclaiming my nipples, my tits, my body, for whatever expression I would like to use. And so, yeah, there's a lot of anger, and that anger is really the fire that can be then cultivated as passion, as sexual energy, and expressed as a creative outlet, expressed as action towards my goals, towards my dreams. Yeah, the first piece is like to never judge a woman's expression of how she wishes to show up in the world, whether it even be from a disembodied place. My journey as a slut, my sex capades, the men, the women, the wild times, the sex, drugs, and rock and roll were all part of the journey. It was all part of understanding what I want, what I don't want. I couldn't know that until I'd actually gone through it. And so I have no regrets, I have no shame. And yeah, my invitation is to forgive yourself, to forgive and love yourself and re-embody your sacred vessel, whatever has happened, whatever the past, the history. Our bodies are the holy, holy divine goddess. We are the portal. We are the portal to God. The pussy, my pussy. I even made a clay sculpture of my beautiful yoni. It is the flower of life. We all come from the pussy. I mean, what more have I got to say? And so to honor our beautiful vaginas, to connect deeply with them, with ourselves, to understand the sacredness and therefore the requirement of safety and the honoring of our vessel. Once I really truly realized what it means to live in this body, in this temple of God, naturally my sexual interactions became a lot more healthy and aware and present, for nobody is going to come near God, this embodiment, without, praying at the gates and honoring and deeply respecting and listening to what I need. And that is the slut. She's not afraid to express her needs, even when they don't make sense, even when they seem like contradictory and crazy. So if you are a man watching this, please listen. Please be humble. You know when no is no. We don't need to shout no for you to know, to listen to our body's signals. And for women to find your voice, to explore yourself, explore your body, explore loving and feeding and nourishing. Sex, pleasure, slut, she enjoys pleasure in all its sensations. It is the resensitizing of our life with food. I was a starved woman. I denied myself pleasure of eating, disembodied, starving of pleasure, of food, of money, of love. It's all interconnected. When we feed ourselves with nourishing food, with nourishing love, with good, beautiful, wild, passionate sex, whatever the kinks. Fuck, I've explored it. I love it. I love to explore. And yeah, now I feel I'm in this introverted, slutty phase where me and my partner, I feel like I'm going back to the years of innocence, erotic innocence, of slow-paced, non-goal-oriented, gentle, sweet, sweet kisses and massages and touch and cuddle and, you know, these really sometimes overlooked beautiful sensations of the slut, of pleasure, without a goal in sight, without the need to orgasm. The slut slows everything down in order for us to really reach climax, to reach that like orgasmic state. It takes safety, it takes slow release, surrender, breath dance, you know, all these ways to to like break open and yeah, to ask for that space, to know that you're worthy of all the time you need. Yeah, my biggest lesson in the reclamation of the slut was and is to pause when my body was not ready and is not ready, when I need some more foreplay, when I need some more words, some more invitation to surrender more, to feel safer, to create an environment of pleasure that's turning me on in so many ways, in how I shower, in how I moisturize my vessel, in how I wash my hair, and how I swim in the ocean. These are all expressions of slutty sensualness, of yummy, yummy self-love and self-care. Yeah, to move my body freely, to feel safe in a world that really has not and is not particularly safe for women. And so the slut is a journey. And in this video, I do want to just bow to the queens who've reclaimed pleasure, because pleasure is our activism. Pleasure is the revolution. Our pleasure in the ways we want it, the ways we, however fucking wild and crazy and expressive or introverted or extroverted it is, for yourself, you know. And bless the men who are there in their divine presence, their divine masculine, witnessing this unfolding and unfurling of the feminine, of her love and of her sensual nature. Because I know men who know that women's pleasure is their pleasure. To see a woman flower and open and enjoy and devour there's nothing more turning on than anything. There's nothing more sexy, and yeah, that's that true union and love to love. So yeah, this is an invitation to expand your pleasure centers, your capacity to receive, to nourish, to feed, to want. It's okay to want. It's invited and it's permittable to want more. More money, more love, more sex, more food, more yumminess, more sensuality. Like, you know, feels like there's been a cap on our and our wants, and this is like